Welcome back Arcadians, Alex here with another video, and I'm absolutely delighted to announce, finally after 3 months of solid hard work, that the Arcade Archive Museum here in Stroud is finally open. So here we are, Arcadians, 3 months down the line, and I'm finally open. I cannot believe it. It's been an incredible journey, it really has. The community has been amazing, loaning machines and selling me machines I never even dreamed I'd get for the museum. It's absolutely incredible. And it's been a real team effort as well, with Neil and Richard on board. They've been absolutely amazing. Huge thanks to those guys, but the community as well that have loaned machines, donated PCBs, manuals, the volunteers, everyone. We've had a lot of support, and I've got to say a huge thank you to everyone. But I haven't done a video for ages, guys, because I've been so busy. I've been itching to get a video out there, but I just haven't had the time. And now I can finally sit back and enjoy the space, enjoy seeing you guys coming here and enjoying it, and putting some content out, because I haven't done that for such a long time. So I'm really excited about showing you all around now, all the new games that we've got, all the finishing touches that we've made. You know, the marquee light is just one of them I'm really proud of. There's so much to show you, and I think I owe it to you guys to do that. So without further ado, let's go into the Arcade Archive Museum and show you all around, because I'm really, really pleased with it. So we start the timeline in the museum with Atari's Pong. This was the first successful video arcade machine, and I'm absolutely delighted to have it in here. It's in immaculate condition, and we only just turned it on last Saturday, and it works. Now this is a game I'm really proud of to have at the museum. It's an electromechanical game, and it's Sega's Gunfight from 1969. Early arcade manufacturers like Taito and Midway, this game seemed like a great concept for their early visions of how a video game would play. Gunfight, Sheriff, and Boot Hill all took inspiration. Here you can see me and Neil mounting the light box that I made for the marquees. It was so long and so heavy I had to build it in 2 parts. Screwed it to the back of the wall, then laid an LED strip along the inside. This gives a nice even glow throughout. I've got about 10 marquees from various different companies, but what I'd like to do down the line is swap them out. So I've made a hinge on the top of the bezel, so I can get easy access to swap them out. Got companies from Atari, Taito, Centauri, right down to the London-based Electrocoin manufacturer from the UK. We've had some beautiful operation manuals donated to the museum, and I wanted to display them in the studio room so you can access them when you visit. Some of them are so detailed, they make for a good read. It's no surprising that a lot of these companies were bootleg back in the day. Everything's there for you to build exactly what they've just made. This has to be one of my favourite arcade machines in the museum because of its corporate history. It's a British company called Alka, and they were brought out by Martin Bromley of Sega until they went bust in 1982 for bootlegging a lot of Sega's games. I know, crazy, right? But it is a fantastic looking cabinet, and it's in immaculate condition, and I just love it, I really do. I've also brought my MVS collection into the museum for you to browse through, look at and play. This is Atari's Video Flipper, a real oddity, because it is really a crossover from pinball to video games. It's even got a nudge on the control panel, which is super cool. Yes, it needs a lot of work, it's rusty, but we've got a brand new control panel to put on that. I can't wait to get this working. I still can't believe this door that Richard's built. It's amazing. It's so cool. It looks like an arcade machine. Right, let's take you into the main arcade now, and we're still on the Bronze Age timeline. We've got Seawolf, Blue Shark and Namco's GB. These are incredible machines, they really are. So we've been through the Bronze Age era, and now we start with the classic era, and it all begins with Space Invaders. This game, when it came out, literally looked like it came out of space, because we, as kids, never had seen anything like it. It was unbelievable. Not just the game, but the cabinet itself, with the half mirror and the Pepper's Ghost effect. And the sound effects, you could hear over every other game. It was amazing. And one of the first games to have a high score table as well, that you could compete for. Incredible. So pleased to have this in the museum. Out of my collection, we have Nintendo Sheriff, an extremely rare cabinet, only 4 known in the world. This is the only place you're going to get to play Nintendo Sheriff. You can't really play it in main because of its unique control system. It's got like a gas knob to move Jack's arm around. It's a very early and primitive 8-way twin stick shooter, but it's a fabulous game, and I'm so happy to have it in the museum for you guys to play, because nowhere else in the world are you going to get to play a Nintendo Sheriff except at the Arcade Archive. Another really important thing for the museum was spacing. I wanted to be able to showcase all of the side art on a lot of these cabinets. That's one of the coolest things about these machines, is the artwork. Plus, I want to be able to get enough space in between each cabinet so you're not bumping into each other. Another thing which I love about the museum is the lighting. Look at this green lighting on this white gnarly wall. Perfect place for Gauntlet 2. I feel like I'm in a dungeon in the D&D world. When you visit the museum, you'll be able to learn the history about each and every arcade machine. The descriptions are mounted on these backlit displays. They all have a story to tell, from Gauntlet 2 being the first game to have infinite continues, and Sky Skipper, the unreleased game by Nintendo. Now here I am putting some of the last of the finishing touches into the museum, and I wanted to do something with UV paint. So I've got a stencil made up of our logo and taped it to the shutters. We've got 5 shutters in these little alcoves throughout the museum. Gave it an undercoat of white UV paint, and then gave it 2 coats of the colour of our logo, which is electric blue. Throw in some black light, and the effects are amazing. So 2 of the newest additions in the museum is Konami's Track and Field in its beautiful Centauri cabinet, and Atari's Gravatar. Both games guaranteed to make your blood boil. If you want an adrenaline rush at the museum, we've got the Sega Super Scalers, 2 of the best in my opinion, Outrun and Super Hang-On. You're also going to get a unique experience at the museum, because a lot of these arcade machines have unique controls, like Midway's Seawolf, the periscope, Atari's Star Wars, the Bradley Trainer yoke, Williams' Twin Sticks, Atari's Centipede trackball, a Nintendo Sheriff, well, what can I say, Gas Mark V? It's a gas knob. Also at the museum we have 4 jammer cabinets. That gives us the option to rotate the games every few weeks. At the moment you can see running is Gemini Wing and Neo Geo Spin Master. There's a select few of arcade machines that are left in the studio room that I specifically picked for future restoration videos. Most of the games now are fixed in the arcade because Richard's been working his heart out trying to get them working. A lot of dodgy wiring on a lot of the machines. A lot of the cabs just needed a good clean. I don't think this Mooncrest has ever had a clean in 40 years. It was absolutely filthy. This has to be one of my favourite camera angles. It's the inside of the machine gun on Taito's Operation Wolf. Richard's given it a good clean. And it's so cool to see the mechanics of how the whole machine gun works. Now, with all the games pretty much 98% fixed, it's time to give the arcade a good clean. We were getting it ready for the UK VAC soft launch, which happened last Saturday. I don't know what I am trying to do here. I'm trying to go up the ladder. At this point, I'm getting tired. I need some sugar.
He's going to get it in his face. Oh!
That's a wedge. Oh, that is a sandwich, isn't it? So the soft launch finally came round last Saturday and I absolutely loved it. Neil invited us up to the cave where we were greeted with the Hoffman banging out some fantastic Amiga tunes. The atmosphere in the arcade was perfect, the lighting was great, everyone seemed to be enjoying themselves, and it gave us a great idea of what to expect when we open the doors to the public this Saturday. So there we go, guys. I'd like to say we've finished, but I don't think this arcade's ever going to be finished. It's going to be constantly evolving through time. There's so many classic arcade games out there that I would love to have in here, but we just don't have the space. But we can rotate them and we can evolve as the time goes on, and that's what I aim to do. But for what we've achieved in 3 months, I think it's pretty amazing. I've got to say a huge thank you to my friends and family that have supported me. All the UK VACers that have loaned cabs to the museum, all the volunteers that have helped out, Richard and Neil for being great teammates in all of this. They've been amazing. It's been a real labour of love. I've thoroughly enjoyed putting this museum together, but what's the most exciting part or journey of the museum now is seeing you Arcadians come through that door. So we are open on the 3rd of December. We've got a morning session and an afternoon session, and we're open on the 10th of December. Same again, morning and afternoon session. You can go online and book the tickets through the RMC Cave. I'll put a link in the video below. Go and book your tickets now, and then next year, who knows, I'll probably open a few more days in the week, hopefully, if it's a success, and loads of people come down, because that's what I want. I want to get you guys involved in the museum, get you involved in the hobby. We'll have high score competitions, we'll have talks, we'll have tech meets. All of that is planned for next year. But for the remaining part of this year, let's just get open. I just want to get people through the door. So guys, I look forward to seeing you at the museum, I really do. Until then, take care, and I'll see you later.